Yes, hi everyone, I'm back. Hi, I'm back. My alarm went off in the middle of my video, so the video is now going to be in two parts because I said so much in that first one and I didn't want to start over. I have a coaching session at 11, so my phone is reminding me of my session. I hope it doesn't come up again. I should have switched it off. Anyway, the reason I'm doing this video at the end of the day is to remind you that this is not a time to be complacent. This is a time to get up, shift with the shifts. Remember the tea time I did with Odd by Monica the other day? It is time to shift with the shifts. If there's such a major awakening happening, then the world needs leaders. So if you've been feeling in your heart and soul since the beginning of this year that you need to get up and do something and use your gifts, then you should. This is not the time to be complacent. It is not the time to be sad. It's not the time to complain. It's actually the time to get up and use your gifts and your time wisely. Especially if you've been having a rumbling in your spirit like I did. This happened for me in 2015. There was a rumbling in my spirit in 2015, and since then my life has changed majorly. Again, I don't know if that's a word, but I'm just using it. But that's when I started writing and speaking and blogging and empowering and inspiring and doing all these things, and just started to get all sorts of whispers and messages from God that I had never had before. The passing of my dad was what caused that spiritual awakening in me. So I hope that you are not being complacent here. I hope not, because you need to get up. You need to get up. My physician and dentist friends out there, your purpose is not just seeing patients in a building with four walls, going from exam room to exam room. You've been called to be healers by God, and your purpose is needed beyond those four buildings where you see patients. Yes, it is. There are many physicians who know in their hearts they are meant to be leaders, they're meant to be healers in this new awakening, but they stay complacent with their lives and they don't do anything else. Your voice is needed. You're watching the shyest person in the world, who you can ask people who are close to me, who couldn't come out and talk or say a word before. But you see now that I do videos all the time, I'm passionate about what I do. So again, I'm reminding you and calling you that there are major shifts going out. You need to come out and start using those gifts. Set up that business, start that online business, scale your business, grow. Come out and do videos, speak your heart, speak your voice, inspire whichever group of people that God wants you to inspire. Use your voice. Yes, in the process with all that, you'll use it to make money. You'll monetize it, because yes, to be able to change lives and change the world, you do need money. And God wants you to also live a good life, right? So you will change your life, you'll inspire and elevate yourself, and you'll also inspire and elevate other people. So it's enough with that complacent 9 to 5, let me just be comfortable job. It is time to elevate in the online digital space, because life is changing. In the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be so many entrepreneurs that are doing well. You don't want to be left behind. I'm telling you the truth. I'm 50 years old. I've gathered some wisdom, and I've been blessed with some intuition and some spiritual gifts. But there's going to be so many entrepreneurs doing so much change in the world. They're going to be change makers and leaders. Look at all the uprising going on in the world. All these people need to be inspired. God wants to change the heart of not just the people who are protesting, but even the people that are being protested. The police all over the world who are violent, who use their powers, in a bad way. God wants to change their hearts. Black Lives Matter, all the social injustice going on in America, God wants black people to do better. He wants them to step out and do better. He wants the people who are discriminating against them to also change their hearts. So God is not just changing the hearts of people who are protesting, but he's changing the hearts of those who are the ones who are even, performing the injustice. So there's a big awakening going on. And if you've been called, no, but not everybody's going to be a leader. But I know that a lot of the women who follow my platform are women who are called to be high achieving women, called to be leaders. But a lot of you are still complacent. A lot of you think that just posting is enough. You can post about SARS from now until eternity. But if you're also not performing a major shift in your life, so that you can be one of those leaders in all these times of uncertainty, and you can pave the way for people to see the example in what you've done in your life, then what's the point? Yes, we can. Protests are good. Riots are good. I'm not somebody who likes to be around big groups of people. I'm not going to be protesting or rioting, but I know that in my own world, I'm making major transformations in the lives of women every day. I have a session coming up in a few minutes with women that I'm going to coach. So this is how to do it. It's not enough to be complacent in your 9-to-5 job. It's time to step out and be an entrepreneur of change. Be a leader, be a change maker, be influential. And it takes work, hard work. It takes time, it takes diligence, it takes perseverance. It doesn't happen overnight. But so many of you have gifts that you're not using. So again, I know I'm repeating myself. There's major awakening happening in the world. And if you don't go along with this awakening in your own world and make sure that you're using your gifts maximally, you're going to get left behind. Okay, so DM me if you need help. DM me if you need a guide or coach to support you along the way. My physician friends, my dentist friends, it's time to be entrepreneurs in the medical field. It's time for you to start thinking about having your own practice, providing jobs for people, hiring people. We can't complain that there's unemployment if we are not doing what we can to provide employment. I employ at any point in time between 8 to 12 people. In fact, there was a time I think I had 14 employees. So we are the change. The change begins with us. If you're complaining about a bad economy, then create that app. There's so many things. Those of you who have the technology gift, there's so many apps you can create. The digital space is flourishing with people who are innovating every day. Instead of complaining and talking, act. I need you women to start acting. Okay, doctors, dentists, start that practice, provide employment for people. Let's make major shifts. That's how we're going to change how the insurance plans treat us. That's how we're going to change reimbursement. That's how we're going to be advocates, not just sitting down and complaining. If we don't take ownership of our own health practice by being entrepreneurs,